lever. A lever is a simple machine. A lever is simply a rigid object or bar that pivots around a fixed point called a fulcrum. A lever reduces the amount of effort needed to lift or move an object. A good example of a lever is a seesaw. All levers have three parts. The first part is the object that is going to be moved, called the load. In this case, it's the kids on the seesaw. You also need a fulcrum. That's the fixed point where a lever turns. The third part of the lever is the effort. That is the effort or force you need to move the load. When you put force on the opposite end of the lever, the child or load moves. A lever is any bar that pivots around a fixed point or fulcrum. There are three kinds of levers. The first type of lever is called a third-class lever. A good example of a third-class lever is a rake. A third-class lever has the fulcrum at one end, load on the opposite end, and the force in the middle. The next type of lever is called a second-class lever. A good example of second-class lever is a wheelbarrow. On a second-class lever, the fulcrum is on one end, the effort is on the opposite end, and the load is in the middle. Another example of a second-class lever is a bottle opener. Here is the fulcrum on one end, the load is the bottle cap, and in the middle and the effort opposite the fulcrum. The third type of lever is called first-class lever. A seesaw is a great example of a first-class lever. On a first-class lever, the fulcrum is in the middle. The load is on one end, and the effort is on the opposite end. A hammer is another example of a first-class lever. Here's the fulcrum, the load is the nail, and the effort is applied to the opposite end of the bar.